Beautiful. Diego and Ryman. Beautiful. Good morning, everyone. Oh, good morning. We're all here gathered snugly warm while it's raining outside. So good to see everyone here. We're going to begin our Sunday service celebration together. We're going to begin with our centering song with Ryman and Diego. That's our cue to kind of settle into our seats and prepare for our invocation with our practitioner of service this morning, Cecilia Birch. So welcome, welcome.
As we come together in consciousness this morning, we are here to celebrate our CSL TV community, to celebrate everything that's happening this morning, the music, everyone who's here and everyone who is online. We're celebrating the talk and the fellowship that happens after service in the social hall. We're so grateful to be together once again, to hear the words that will make a difference in our lives. And thank you to everyone, knowing that God is present, love is present. We're together inside of this love consciousness. And we affirm this by saying, and so it is.
Cecilia Birch, our practitioner of service today. Thank you, Cecilia. Good morning, everyone. Don't mind me. I'm on the move here. Don't mind me. Welcome to Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley. Love seeing us all together. We are a loving, affirming community. We come together to remember the truth of our being, which is we are love in form. Each and every one of us love right here in our juicy delightfulness. So welcome to Sunday morning celebration. It's my honor to be here with each and every one of you. I'm Rev Charlene. Sometimes when I look back at the recording, I'm like, Charlene, you don't even introduce yourself. But I don't, we all know each other and we all love each other here. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Centers for Spiritual Living is part of the New Thought community. And so every week I've been trying to find kind of a little quote of who we are and what we affirm, our teaching philosophy. So this comes from Dr. Ernest Holmes saying, religious science is a synthesis of the laws of science, opinions of philosophy, and revelations of religion applied to human needs and the aspirations of humankind. So that is what we believe here. That the laws of science, what we're talking about today, principles and laws, opinions of philosophy throughout the ages, all the sages, and the revelations, I would say, not only of religion, but of ourselves. The revelations that we experience in our own lives that affirm that God is good and love is present at the center of our being. And then we take this and we apply it out in the world, humankind, and we make the world a better place. I also found this, and I have to go out here to read it. Oh, I can't go too close to that. Dr. Ernest Holmes was a mystic who found God in the silence, going within and experiencing God in the deepest part of himself. That was his spiritual practice. His spirituality was reflected in his living. He believed he was one with God, and he experienced that oneness in all that he did. So that's a little bit about what we do and think and believe here, and also a little bit about Dr. Ernest Holmes and who he was. If you're curious, go look him up. Go find him. I encourage all of us to really go find him and find out who he was. He put together this teaching philosophy that I love personally so much. It's changed my life, and I think it's changed your lives too, right? So I am grateful. Dr. Ernest Holmes. I wanted to bring, so last Sunday we had our holiday bazaar. It was fantastic. If you were a vendor, can you raise your hand, please? Yes, these vendors were, we're creating. I shopped till I dropped. I bought a lot of Christmas presents. I bought a lot of presents, candidly, for myself, because look, one of my love languages is gifts, and I say yes to that experience. There's no shame in my game. So it was wonderful. We raised a lot of money for the center, and we got to support these artists in each of their craft. Everything that they had on display was just so beautiful. So I'm just so grateful for it. We also had our chili cook-off the week before. Again, if you were part of the hospitality team that supported the chili cook-off, are you here? I know that you're here. Hospitality team, Susan, Larry. We're raising money to buy a new refrigerator for ourselves in the social hall. So it's honestly, it's just lovely to see that social hall packed with people, and people were going to Chili's, and Leanne had like 10 Chili's in front of her. She was very organized in her chili tasting abilities, and then she was marking off which one was the best. Now, I was, unfortunately, I wasn't even in the top 4. I have to amp up my chili game, quite frankly, because you guys are really good. We had some wonderful times together. So we're trying to do that once a month, have like a big celebration in the social hall after service, and it's themed. So that's a lot of fun. And then, of course, Joshua Tree was the weekend before that. And, oh, yeah. Oh. Oh.
I was still wondering.
Yes, somebody did one, and it was not me. Yes, so Taryn, Taryn won. She was number 4. Wait, 8. Thank you. She was 8. And then right next to you, she had real steak in there. How do you compete with like real steak? And then right next to her was Linda, and she was number 7, and she was second place. And then our own Pam Migliosi, she's holding light in the back. Pam was number 3. Her chili was number 4 on the table. So well done, chili makers. Well done. I got some recipes. And then we had Joshua Tree, which I'm just extending such great gratitude for Beth Haas and Craig Hurst, because they really do the legwork for several months to plan and to organize and to make sure we have food and we have activities to do. So I'm just so grateful to each of them for their stewardship of Joshua Tree every year. And we were there, and I've never seen the Milky Way so bright before, right? For those of us who were there, it's so humbling to be in the Joshua Tree Desert and to see the constellation. And Craig has his red pointer, and he's pointing everything. And it was so cute. Jim McLaughlin was mentioning it, all the oohs and the ahs. So Craig had his pointer, and he was pointing at things. And the collective circle was, ooh, ah, oh. So it was beautiful for us to just to learn and to know how beautifully vast and powerful the universe is, and we are a part of that. We are star stuff, we really are. So that which I am oohing and ahhing at is living in me, in us. So just wanted to just to say thank you to everyone who participates in all the ways that they do to create the social life of this center. It is beautiful, so thank you. Yeah. Oh, I get both? Hi. Hi online. I love you. We love you. So grateful that you're with us. You have a treat today. We've got Kate Faye back in the house today with her artistry and her gift. We have Diego and Raymond, and so you're really in for a treat today, as all of us are here. I'm really proud of you that you're at home snugly with your jammies on, drinking your coffee, but we'd love to see you here too. So we love you. Mwah. Okay. Thank you for that. I think we handled all of our housekeeping. So it's our time of service where we're going to have our spiritual reading this morning with our practitioner of service, Cecilia Birch. Please welcome Cecilia.
Good morning again. So this is, I think, the second time I've done this, and it's really fun to look for a reading that goes along with what the talk is about. So we're talking about principle today. And so I looked at what we believe, which is a list of principles that guide us. And Ernest Holmes wrote these in 1927, and I'm like, that's 98 years ago. That's amazing. And this teaching has just gone viral, as we say. It's wonderful. It's out in the world. So what we believe is in the Science of Mind magazine. It's another shameless plug for subscribing to Science of Mind magazine. And so I looked at those, and it's also on our website, csltv.org. So I looked at these, another shameless plug, to see what spoke to me. And what spoke to me is this one. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. So then I looked for a reading. And strangely enough, yesterday's reading, there's daily readings in the Science of Mind magazine. So yesterday was the 15th. It was written by Reverend Dr. David Alt, who's a CSL ordained minister. And he says this. It's about Babaji's cave. I felt a pull to visit India ever since I first read Autobiography of a Yogi by Paramahansa Yogananda. Long before my other sacred encounters within the caves of India, I dreamed of this place, and now I was finally on my way to Mahavatar Babaji's cave, the starting point of many Eastern yoga teachings. High into the Himalayas toward Kukachina, the last drivable village before beginning the trek to the cave, my guide and I set out at dawn. Stories of tigers and other once prolific wildlife in these mountains filled my thoughts as we climbed. On arriving, my guide, somewhat surprised, noted that the site, often crowded with visitors waiting hours for entry, was empty. I would have my cave time alone. Both elated and weary from the climb, I touched the ancient stone walls and then sat in silence, open to whatever grace might come. A piercing message soon arose. You already know what to do. Why are you withholding love from those in power? After coming all this way, admittedly craving something otherworldly, I met instead a truth that felt commanding, in nature, intense and humbling. Despite my public devotion to non-duality, I still justified exemptions, stubbornly withholding compassion, harboring judgments, even holding contempt in my heart for government leaders. Like Ram Dass' familiar story of struggling to love Secretary of Defense Caspar Weinberger, I knew what my next practice must be. Place their photo on my personal altar. Look at them each day until illusion dissolves. Learn to behold love in all its forms, even the most difficult ones. And the affirmation is, I release my heart to recall its deepest truth, to recognize that all is love.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. And you're gonna smile a little bit later when you see the one mind thing going, okay? We'll all smile later and go, oh, there it is, there it is. Oh my goodness. Beautiful reading. Love, love, love. All right. So we are in for a treat today. The delightful Kate Fay is back with us this Sunday. And so she will be performing along with Diego and Raymond. What a wonderful world. Do you want this? I know, yes.
Good morning. It's so great to be back today. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day and the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Diego. Diego Mondragon. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, singing, "How do you do?" They're really saying, "I love you." I hear babies cry, and I've watched them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you so much. Diego Mondragon, Raymond Antazari, thank you.
And Kate Faye. Beautiful. And I just love, wait a moment. Did you notice we got the memo? So I just love how the one mind works. She walked in, I was like, well, of course. Of course. Kate Faye, everyone. Kate Faye. Beautiful. Woo. Woo. What a wonderful world. It really is. It really is. So we are, what are we in? The month of November is Loving the Unlikable. Loving the Unlikable. Yeah, I know. And I'm like, do I have to, really? But truly, right, when we come here to this teaching philosophy, what we believe in is that there is only one. So from the reading that Cecilia so aptly read is even that politician that I'm griping at, even that, we are all one. That's my brother. That's my sister. That's a part of me. And so, yes, we are called, even though it's challenging, even though I stomp my foot and go, meh, we are called to truly walk our walk and walk the talk. And the talk is, there's only one. There's only one. And so we are called forward to love one another, to have compassion for one another, to have empathy for one another, to see a perspective of another that on the surface for me, I might not, I'll be honest, I just totally don't get. I don't get it. But I am called to push that aside and to look and to listen and to be curious. Curiosity is a wonderful, wonderful superpower. So today we're looking at principles, spiritual principles. They never change, but opinions do. And so we're going to really look at that and examine it and dive into spiritual principle, that which never changes. So the books I'm using, if you don't have a copy of this little blue book, I know you have a copy of this little blue book. If you don't have a copy of this little blue book, I encourage you to go right after this service, go see Cecilia and buy one. I forget how much I love this book. We're teaching a class, Spiritual Principles and Practices, right now, Beth Haas and myself, and this is the book that we use, this thing called You. This is a beautiful reminder of how lovely we are. So using this thing called You. I'm also using How to Change Your Life, Dr. Ernest Holmes. A little bit of Richard Rohr in here too, but primarily this thing called You. So go pick up one for yourself. All right, so I really love that one of the founding principles of Dr. Ernest Holmes was, we are open at the top. Did you know that? Yes. You did? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Open at the top. Dr. Ernest Holmes, back in 1927 and in the 30s and in the 40s, his foundational message was, we must remain open at the top. We must remain curious. Why do you think that was so important to him? That's a question. Why do you think that was so important to Dr. Ernest Holmes, being open at the top? Thank you, Peg. Yes. Thank you, Kate. So, yes, we're not closed-minded, right? Because he had no idea about quantum theory. Maybe he had a little bit, but he did not know the depth and the breadth of what we know now, right? And yet he was saying, stay open. Science, opinion, things are going to come in, and that's going to shift our thinking. I don't know everything. But he was open at the top. That's a call for us to inform ourselves, to pause and find clarity when we need to distinguish between truth, fact, and opinion. And we have a lot of congestion out there, right? I mean, now, seriously, with AI, can you tell the difference? I can't. I see things all the time on social media, and I'm like, what? Wait, what? That's not a real human being? You fooled me. So now more than ever, our call of duty is to be informed, know our truth. Because there's so much there can be so much confusion out there. I don't know what's real and what's not. So that's what we're going to look at today, is distinguishing what is truth, what is opinion, what is it anyway, right? So what is opinion? Again, that was a question. What's opinion? Someone's idea. A perspective of a person, right? A belief, yep. What? A perception of something, right? And what is perception, truly? Perception is seeing through your own lens, right? I'm perceiving something through my own lens. When I say my own lens, I mean it's boogered up with the false beliefs that I inherited from my beautiful and loving father. I love you, Chris Kushner. But yes, he implanted some false beliefs in me because he didn't know any better. And then he didn't, his father didn't know any better. So I'm seeing my life through this lens that's colored by things that have been implanted in there. And it's not just Chris Kushner, it's all of race consciousness that gets implanted in there. So opinion sometimes is what we tend to add to truth. Opinion says, this is good and that's bad, right? Opinion says, I like this pizza, I do not like broccoli. Opinion is that layer of, here's the key, it's the human interpretation, and it's fluid, and it's emotional, and it's personal. So opinion always changes, right? We know this. It's just the flavor, what's happening right now. And there's really nothing wrong with opinions. Like they say, we all have them. It's what makes us unique. But the trouble begins when we confuse opinion with the truth. That's where we get messed up. So what is truth, right? So the truth I'm talking about today is a truth with a capital T. It is that which never changes. It was true when my ancestor, my forebear, slimed its way out of the lake. It was true then, and it's true now. It's that which never changes. Now, opinion changes with every new experience, every new headline, every new conversation, and even with science, right? I'm very much a scientist. Let me put that right here. It has a seat right here. I love science, but even science is somewhat opinionated, right? We're realizing now with quantum theory that even scientific experiments that we can produce over and over again can change every time because somebody's observing it. So there is a fluidity there, right? It's not static. Now, Holmes says, and we know it here, we talk about it all the time, change your thinking, change your life. That doesn't mean that principle changed, truth. It means my opinion of it changed. My point of view evolved, and now I see it in a different way. And that's why the statement, change your thinking, change your life, is so powerful, and it can work. It works for all of us. It's my shift that changes, not principle. Principle is lovingly waiting without saying, I'm here for you, Charlene. Don't you worry. I'll wait until you get here. Patient, kind. It's me that's taking longer to get there. Get out of my own way and see principle, see truth with a capital T. Now, I love Dr. Ernest Holmes because this teaching philosophy is shorn of dogmatism. Dogmatism? Thank you. Freed from superstition, open at the top for greater illumination, unbound, unlimited. This teaching philosophy, in my opinion, regardless of what happens with opinion and regardless of what happens with science, will remain. It will remain even if they find a bunch of Dead Sea Scrolls somewhere that totally say something different, because it's open at the top, because it's based on spiritual principle, that which never changes, regardless of what's written in some scroll somewhere. Truth with a capital T never changes. We are open at the top. And so I love this. Marcus Aurelius says, everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Let's hang out with Marcus just for a second, shall we? Everything. Why? Because it's filtered through personality. It's filtered through a human being. I love us, but when it filters through us, it can get screwed up. Because it's opinion, it's perspective, right? And that's true for all of us. There's no shame in this game. I'm not like pointing fingers and blaming us. It's just being human. It's true for all of us. I want all of us to be curious enough to find our own path, find our own truth. What works for you? What do you believe? Not somebody parroting it to you or because you read it in, believe me, I love this book, but the reason why I love it is because I believe it. What do you believe? Principle is not bound by precedent. That's important. Do we get that? So what happened yesterday is not the truth of me today. Sister, I am too. That's why it's called the work. That's why it's called practice. Principle is not bound by precedent. Principle with a capital P never changes. Truth never changes. And it's not bound by yesterday. It is eternal, changeless, and it responds to us according to our understanding of it. It is done unto me as I believe. It's my understanding of it. If that's the only thing that limits me, is me. So there are great spiritual laws that govern the universe and do not shift with time, culture, or opinion, or personality, or perception, principles, right? So I'm going to start with God as a principle. There is, in my opinion, an overarching power, presence, support, guidance system that is operating no matter what, no matter if we're here as human beings or not. It's always going to operate. Even if this planet disintegrates and spins off into somewhere in some black hole, principle God will still be having its experience. It will never end. So, what is a principle? What is a spiritual truth? Okay, let me go back. Okay, we all believe in gravity, right? Because we're all sitting in chairs. Okay, right? That is a physical law of this planet, gravity, right? Electricity, right? Current. What else is a physical law that is operating? Thermodynamics, right. Photosynthesis, oh, good one. Photosynthesis. Inertia. Magnetism. Oh, you guys are smarty pants. I love it. So these are physical principles, right, that we all ascribe to because we're sitting in this classroom and we are not defying those laws. We are working in partnership with those laws. When I turn on the electricity, it comes on. It's always been there. It's just now harnessed for my use. It is the same thing with spiritual principles with a capital S and a capital P. It's dependable. It's always operating. It's having its experience whether or not I am aware of it. What are some spiritual principles? God is in all things. Love. Love. Eternality, creativity, oneness, life, death. I know my favorite joke, none of us is getting out of here alive. But immortality, right? So even though this physical body is no longer operating on this plane of existence, doesn't mean that I cease to exist. I move on. Impossible. Energy cannot be destroyed. How do I know? I don't know. Don't ask me. Does Kate know? We know. We just know. If there's another opinion. Look, this is just my opinion. I don't know. I could leave, I'd be done, and it's just infinite blackness, and I have no idea, and that's the fun part. None of us do. You get to decide what's true for you. Now, personally, immortality, for me, provides me with a richer life now, and I'm more concerned with now versus, end times. So, for me, these spiritual principles give me freedom to operate and to live in my greatest potential and to create the life that I desire, because when I can truly harness love, freedom, beauty, creativity, I can harness it for my use, just like I harness electricity, just like I operate within the law of gravity, my life gets better. And I believe infinitely everyone's life gets better. Because I personally believe, I have an opinion around the one mind. So if I dwell on fear and limitation, that will become my experience. If I dwell on faith and wholeness, that becomes my experience. Not because Spirit's out there judging me, because principle is constant. It always says yes. Yes to the nature of my thought. It says yes because it responds to my belief. Dr. Ernest Holmes says on page 45 of this thing called You, if you listen to peace, you will experience it. If you listen for truth, you'll hear it. If you listen to power, you will receive it. If you listen to wholeness, you will discover it. It works every time. So, wholeness, love, beauty, peace, abundance, these are just some of the spiritual principles that I believe in. If I see sickness, it appears as if health is absent. If I see conflict, it appears as if love is not there. If I see lack, it appears that abundance seems to be missing. But is it missing? No. It's my perception around it. It's not missing, it's hanging out. It's in every grain of sand on the beach, in every wave, in every bird, in every leaf, in every raindrop. Abundance is everywhere present. It's my choice to see it. When I lose sight of them, they're only lost to me. It's still happening. It's still participating in life. Principle never changes. My awareness of it does. So how do we tell the difference between principle and opinion for us? I mean, we're getting really practical, right? So I think principle feels peaceful, even if it's chaotic. It feels peaceful. Opinion might feel reactive, defensive, my personal favorite, self-righteous. Principle unites, opinion divides. Principle uplifts and expands. Opinion often contracts. So that's the feeling sense that I believe. You know, if I have to feel like I'm proving myself, if I have to prove that I'm right about something, I know I'm in opinion. If I feel the need to point my finger outside of myself, I'm in opinion. But if I find myself resting in peace and trusting that life unfolds perfectly, I'm closer to the opinion or principle side, farther away from the opinion side. It's my understanding of it. So I want us to live more from principle. I have a story for you. You ready for a story? Okay, this is a cute story from the Taoist faith tradition. So there's this farmer. Imagine a farmer, he's out on his farm. His horse runs away and his neighbor says, "Oh my God, that's terrible." And the farmer replies, "Maybe." The next day, the horse returns and the neighbor says, "Hallelujah, success, the horse is back." The neighbor says, or the farmer says, "Maybe." The next day, the farmer's son tries to ride the horse and he breaks his leg. And the neighbor says, "Oh my gosh, that's terrible." The farmer says, "Maybe." Then the army comes through the village to take away young men to war. And because his son's leg is broken, he's spared. The neighbor says, "Oh, praise the Lord." The farmer says, "Maybe." The farmer understands that these are unique appearances that change, but life is always moving towards balance, harmony, and good. It's living in that space. I did have this. I had a cow. I realized this morning, I'm like, I reread the story to get ready. I'm like, oh, dang it. I put a cow and not a horse. Maybe. I'm my own joke. But if we can imagine that every decision we make this week comes from principle, closer to principle, rather than being closer to opinion, what would that look like for us? If we would pause before speaking and say, is what I'm about to say rooted in love or ego? Maybe we'd stop trying to fix people and instead try to see the divine in them. Maybe we'd listen, truly listen to what they're saying, even those we disagree with, knowing that spirit moves through every point of view. That's the work of a conscious spiritual being. Our practice is not about defending our opinions, but releasing them. Not about grasping for certainty, but about becoming open at the top to what Spirit is revealing now in this experience. I like Dr. Michael Bernard Beckwith. He says, be bold. Release one opinion today. I would add, be bold. Release one opinion today and embrace one spiritual truth just a little bit more. I love you. So it is. Please welcome Kate, Faye, Diego, and Ryman back here to sing. Oh, I can see clearly now. How perfect. Kate, Faye, everyone.
So powerful, Rev Shar. Thank you so much. Beautiful. Wow. I've been loving all this rain that we're having in Temecula Valley. And I was saying earlier, I love SoCal because we get all this beautiful sun all the time. Then once in a while, the rain comes out and just washes everything. So much refreshing. And then the sun comes back out. And we saw a rainbow on our way, didn't we, today, Greg? It was just perfect. Okay, I can see clearly. can see clearly now, the rain is gone. Let me hear you. I can see all obstacles in my way. Gone are the dark clouds that had me blind. It's gonna be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day. Again, it's gonna be a bright, 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 bright sunshiny day. Oh yes, I can make it now, the pain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, bright sunshiny day. Look all around, it's nothing but blue sky. Look straight ahead, there's nothing but blue sky. We made it. Yes, I can make it now, the rain is gone. All of the bad feelings have disappeared. Here is the rainbow I've been praying for. It's gonna be a bright, bright, bright sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright sunshiny day. It's gonna be a bright, bright, bright sunshiny day. Thank you so much. Thank you. Right.
Kate, Diego, Raymond, beautiful. Woo. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Beautiful. All right. I would call our ambassadors up. Miss Susie Kushner, Miss Letitia Germain, please come on up. These are our ambassadors. They provide sacred service on a Sunday morning. They set up all the tables, and then they greet us as we arrive in their loving way. So just grateful for the sacred yes of service to our community by these two beloveds. This is our time where we get to support this place, this teaching philosophy that we are fed from through the music, through the message, through the community and the congregation, right? I think we can honestly say that being here feeds our soul. We are up-leveled when we leave here, and it carries us through our week. So this is our way to practice another spiritual principle, which is the law of giving and receiving. I believe that there is a spiritual principle that says, as I give, I receive. And so as I give to those places where I am truly fed, my soul is fed, my heart, my mind, I am fed. That is what the spirit of the universe responds to. It says, okay, let me give you some more. Let me give you some more. And it works. It really does work. So we have ways to participate here. We have PayPal and Venmo. If you're an auto-tither, if you're an auto-tither, do the sacred practice with us of when the basket comes by, blessing it, pressing down, expanding it, bless it as it moves. That's a spiritual practice that we can participate in. So any way you give, I say thank you. If you can place your donation if you've got it, or if it's going to be paid later, or if it's being paid online, or however you're giving to this center, and just place it on your heart. And participate in this law of giving and receiving by infusing it with gratitude. Like it's a real gift to be able to give it. Infuse it with love, with harmony, with beauty, with wisdom. Call it forth as its abundance here at CSL TV and in our own lives. Abundantly prospered. It is good and very good. And together we just anchor it by saying, and so it is. Amen. So let's say our affirmation of abundance together, shall we? Which is divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I give, and all that I receive. I am prosperous now.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy, joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything that I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Love, love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need.
Nice. I love it. I love the vibe. Thank you. All right. It's time for our announcements. I'm going to call up, please join me in welcoming the one and only, the wonderful, the delightful Mike Long. You love it when I just do that to you, don't you? Don't you just love every moment of it?
I do. I love it. I love being here. It's very nice to be here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Temecula Valley. We have some exciting announcements today. Today after service, practitioner Laura Garrett is hosting a workshop from noon to 2 p.m. called Gratitude Games. Gratitude is a powerful spiritual practice which awakens our consciousness to create our good. Come play some fun games and create some gratitude gifts to take home. Cost is only $20 for all materials. The sign-up sheet is in the breezeway. The CSL TV Legacy Library program has earned $790 so far. Well done, community. This program supports our CSL TV Youth Education program with books that add to our teaching philosophy. Please see Ann Kirchgessner out in the breezeway or social hall to donate for book purchases. Your contribution will be known for years to come. And I would like to invite Ann Kirchgessner up to the platform. Yay.
Thank you. As you can see, we've come up to the top, and I left it open at the top because we're at about 40 books, give or take, and that's an average between different prices, but we could go higher. We could go to 52, which would be one per every week in the year. That would be lovely. Anyway, I will be in Suite B rather than out in the breezeway, and for this week and next week. And after that, you can donate in the offering. Just label your envelope Legacy Library, or give it directly to Cecilia. She's going to take care of all our funds. I am looking for a committee to help oversee the expenditures and the spending. And so I'll put a board on the activity table next week. So sign up if you're interested. We would love to have your... I'd like to shop at Barnes & Noble. I do. So that's where we'll start. Yeah, we'll do a little field trip too. Another way that you can donate is to just take a favorite from your library that might be relevant, maybe a classic, something to do with a spiritual principle. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ann. The CSL TV Hiking Club, led by Amberly Labbit, will be meeting on Saturday, November 22nd, to hike the enchanting trails of Pine Cove in Idlewild. We will take a nice hike to Lake Fulmore and enjoy the beauty of nature around us. Please sign up on the activities table and Amberly will contact you. The CSL TV Young Adult Group is meeting via Zoom on Sunday, November 23rd at 7 p.m. They will be discussing life on the Mobius, how we can learn to live from the inside out. More information is on the activities table. And on Sunday, December 7th, practitioner Beth Haas will be offering a wisdom teaching called Stocking Stuffers for the Season, which will support us in preparing for the holiday season with instructions on how to remember names, how to turn down that voice of judgment, and also very important, how to eat what you want. This will be after service around 11:30 in Suite B. Love offerings support the center. And finally, Sunday, December 7th, we will be installing our newest practitioners, honoring their achievements and having a sacred ceremony as we embrace their commitment to SOMAS and CSL TV.
Yes.
And I think Rep. Shar wanted to say
I
something
do.
about that.
Is that it?
That's it.
Please thank Mike Wong, one of our announcers. Yes, on December 7th, I would just encourage us to be present. We have new licensed practitioners. We're going to be doing a sacred ceremony with them and installing them, and it's their commitment to their practice of being a licensed spiritual practitioner in the world, honoring the 4 years of study and work that it took to get to this point. And they make a commitment to us to serve in a sacred way, and we respond and we accept it. Our licensed practitioners who are, I call them the oldies but goodies, but those of us who have been around a while, we have an opportunity to again engage in this sacred acceptance of yes and kind of renew. It's a vowel renewal ceremony of sorts for our practitioner team that has been licensed for quite a long time. So I encourage us all to come and celebrate. It'll be a wonderful day to come together and celebrate. We're going to move into our time of prayer, and I wanted to call forth this beautiful prayer box. So I'm not going to get emotional, but I might. Our beloved congregation member, Valerie, can you stand up just for a moment, please? I know, you love this. Valerie has created this beautiful prayer box. Beautiful. And then when we open it, there's just a sacredness to this box. When we open it, there is a beautiful mirror and our symbol. And so this is it's been coming to us. And finally, last weekend it clicked, and I was like, oh, Valerie's going to bring it to us. So this is our new prayer box. It will be in the back of the sanctuary. Prayer works. Prayer works. Okay, Susie, my practitioner, is going to take it back there right now. Prayer works. Because we believe in the unity of the one mind, that we are all connected, that when a practitioner remembers the truth of my being through prayer, Spirit responds to that feeling within the practitioner and says, it is done. It is done unto how you believe. So when the practitioner knows the truth about me, because I can't see it for myself, because I've got that level of perception that's blocking my way and I can't see through this problem, I can't change my life the way I want to. When a practitioner knows it for me, it's known everywhere and it's known within me. And so my life will change because a practitioner knows the truth about me. So I encourage all of us to use that prayer box. Use those prayer chairs that a practitioner is waiting, sitting there for us. Sit down. Life going great? Cool. You want it to be greater? Hot dog. Sit in a prayer chair. Pray for greatness, right? Life not going quite the way I want it to? Hot dog. Sit in a prayer chair. it changes things. So I would ask our practitioners to please stand. You can come forth if you'd like. I'd like Reverend Neil to come forth with me, for sure. Did you know that this man only has one kidney? I'm calling you out. You know why that's fascinating? I only have one kidney. We are a dynamic duo. Yes, we are. So I just giggle at the Spirit's sense of humor. Reverend Neil has now joined us as a licensed minister here. Yes. So we're going to come together in prayer right here, right now. So I encourage you just to close the eyes or soften the gaze. Sometimes I put my hand on my heart just to remind myself that that is where love lives in me. And so I speak my word now, knowing, remembering that God is all there is. There is only one. It is love manifesting itself, creating itself, becoming and being itself in all matter of experience, personality, form, all that is seen and all that is unseen, all that is known and all that is just waiting to be discovered is God manifesting itself. And I call it love. That self-givingness, that self-lovingness. And so I know that I am this love in form. I am this self-givingness in being. And as I know this for myself, I know this for each and every one of us, every sentient being and beyond, all individualized reflections of divine love. And so I know that we choose to lean into spiritual principle. We choose to claim our own word, whether it's love, beauty, power, balance, unity, harmony, abundance. We choose our God word and we lean into it. And we say, is what I'm about to say unified, loving, harmonious, balanced, beautiful, abundant? And we move from that frame of reference in our lives, and we just delight in the outpicturing of our experience as it fulfills itself. It is done unto us as we believe. And so I know that we choose this harmonious, beautiful, spiritual principle. We lean into it, we call it forth, and we accept it with great gratitude. So with gratitude for all of this, for this teaching philosophy, for spiritual principle activating and having its experience, I am grateful. And so I just place my word, the power of my word, into the action of the law, for it only says yes. And together we affirm. And so it is. And so it is. All right, we're going to stand together and sing our closing song together. Oh, with Kate, yay! Oh, fantastic. Kate is going to bring us home.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our power, family all are we. Let us walk all together in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin beautiful. Thank you.
Kate and Diego and Ryman, what a glorious gift. Have a wonderful week embracing spiritual principle. I love you. Mwah.